Hello, Dr. Ver. I like how you address me, Anon. I like that. I have a very big problem. Currently, I'm not planning to date. I remember this one. And be in a committed relationship since I'm waiting to be age 25 because that's when you have the adult brain. So I can choose my significant other wisely. However, I end up having some kind of infatuation with a guy. Even though I know that even if my feelings get returns, we wouldn't even be together anyways. I think one factor that contributes to me being infatuated a bit easily is that most of my friends in my friend group are big S to the I to the M to the P to the S. Yeah, that's right. They're Sims too. I'm sure that 75% of our conversations would have to do with our crushes. It's pretty much a daily thing for us to talk about our love life fantasies. So whenever I do have a crush, of course, my friends are there to support me. But to be frank, I think that makes me more obsessed with my crush. When I talk about them to my friends, what should I do about this? Well, alright, princess. Do you want me to be brutal or do you want me to be nice? Okay, no. I'll be as sincere as possible. Right. I want to start off with saying this. Both? Okay. I get where you're coming from. I do understand where you're coming from. In fact, I do kind of agree that unless you're in a relationship, especially if you're a girl, I would say, unless you're in a relationship later on in your life, like say 25 onwards, whoever you date right now, you probably won't marry them. Probably. I'm not saying you absolutely won't, but statistically, you probably won't marry them. And I completely understand where you're coming from when you say that, at 25, that's when my mental age is most adult-like, and that's when I, will have a good time and, probably, go from couple to marriage and stuff. Now, I do want to say this. And correct me if I'm wrong, but if by this marshmallow you mean that you never dated before, then I would suggest you at least try. At least try. And you might be thinking, well, but why would I try to do something when I know it's not gonna last? Well, first of all, you don't know 100% sure that's not gonna last. But most importantly, I don't think anyone could truly live or survive properly in a committed relationship without having been in a relationship. And I know that kind of sounds mean. It's like, well, then does this mean that previous relationships are like just experience points? Like, what about the people you're dating? Like, what about them? And yes, that's true. That is true. It is kind of violent. But however, having been said, it really is essential. It's just so important. It's just really so important. I don't think, I'm just gonna say it right now, I had an ex. Don't clip that, but I had an ex. And I can tell you 100%, Vermillion tells you 100%, that without having an ex, there is no way I would be able to love a person. Or honestly feel like I'm not in one, but if I were to be in one, I'm pretty sure that without the experiences, not only the happinesses, the good times, but more importantly, the bad times. Because I understood so much more about me in a relationship than it would have by being alone. So much. I realized my faults, my problems, but also my good points and my beliefs. And because I grew from that experience, I feel like I'm much more ready to be a much better man. And in your case, a much better woman for your partner. And at the same time, you'll feel a lot more certain about what you want. And I think that's really, really important. So, Anon, well, we kind of know here, but Anon, someone is like, yes, you get character development. Yes, it builds character. Anon says, apparently you have someone you have a crush on. I say go for it. How should I say this? If it's heartbreak you're scared of, It's not like I don't get it. Heartbreak sucks. We don't actually know Anon's age here. However, I would say you don't really know whether this is love or infatuation until you actually get into that relationship. I think that's worse. Just sitting down, just being like, was that love? Was that infatuation? But never knowing it? I think that's even worse. So girl, go get some. Girl, go get some, okay? Feel free, feel free. It's not like you're gonna just... Look, breakups happen, but also love happens. One of my favorites...